What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about my Atturo Trail Blade XT tires and giving you a little bit of a review, like an update, 20,000 mile update, if you will. I've had these tires for a little over 2 years now, and I like to call them a cheap mud tire because that's kind of what they are. And I get a lot of questions by you guys asking how they're holding up, how they're doing after a certain period of time. So I got about 33,000 miles on the truck. I keep notes like a psychopath, where I got 11,000 miles on my Goodyears that came on the truck. So realistically, I got about 22,000 miles on the Atturo Trail Blade. So overall, I like the tires. They're pretty good. And I say cheap mud tire because they, like these right here, 33 1250 on a 20-inch wheel, they run about $1,000, whereas your more popular Nitto Trail Grapplers or your Toyo Open Countries run about $1,500. So really $500 difference, not really that big of a difference, but $500 is $500, and I think they look really cool too. So check them out for those who haven't seen these things. They have a really cool tread pattern design, I think, and the sidewall is really nice as well because it has a really neat design all on the sidewall. Now, one thing to note about Atturo, they do run a little skinny. So this wheel is a 12-inch wide wheel and the tire is a 1250, so like a 12.5-inch wide wheel. But you see, if you kind of look at my wheel this way, they're kind of stretched a little bit to fit the 12 wide wheel. So that's one thing to note. These guys do run a little slim compared to some of the name brand tires, but overall I think they look pretty good for being like a discount mud tire. Now, these tires being an XT, Atturo calls these a hybrid tire, so a hybrid between an all-terrain and a mud tire. So they're not necessarily a mud tire, it's a hybrid, it's like a cross, it's a Caitlyn Jenner of a mud tire. Performance-wise, I think they perform pretty great. Now, I don't have a lot of winter driving experience because I normally put my stock wheels and stock tires on the truck for winter, so I never really drove with these things in the snow. But dry pavement, you're perfectly fine. I mean, they're okay in wet pavement as well, but they will, you can get a little bit of slippage, if you will, like pulling away from stop signs and stuff on any kind of hill. They do kind of slip sometimes in the rain, so like they don't have the best grip in like wet weather. And then as far as off-roading, like it's a pavement princess. I really don't off-road this truck at all, but the small trails and like, you know, like state roads that I have hit, they've done fine. I mean, they definitely throw a lot of rocks and they definitely throw a lot of mud and dust, but every mud tire does. And so the biggest thing for me is like tread depth. So these things right here, Atturo, they come in all kind of different, whatever 30 seconds is. But if you go on Atturo's website, these things 33, 12, 50, 20 come with 18 30 seconds of tread. So a half inch of tread. And I just measured right now at like 22,000 miles on the tires, and I'm at like 30 seconds of tread. So definitely over halfway of their life is definitely gone. But you can't, I mean, I do burnouts and stuff like that. So if normal everyday driving, that someone who doesn't like try to peel tire and stuff like that, they might be right at like, you know, 9:30 seconds, which is halfway. So right now mine are sitting at 8, so just below half life, but pretty good. I don't know. So, and then noise wise, I don't know how well you can hear them through the camera, but they definitely hum. They're not crazy loud or anything. Listen, this is like 40 mile per hour. Not sure if you can really hear it through the camera or not, but they're not that loud. I'm pretty impressed. I'd say the first 10,000 miles of the tires themselves, they were really quiet, really surprisingly quiet. And then I think like once we kind of wore them in a little bit, wore them down a little bit, and they aged a little bit, they did get a little louder as time has gone on. I will say it probably has something to do with the weight of the vehicle as well. You can hear them now probably. Probably has a little something to do with the weight of the vehicle itself, because I had a set of these tires specifically, but a 35 instead of a 33 on a 2015 JK Wrangler, and they were definitely more quiet, even being a bigger tire, than they were with this 33 on this truck. And I'd assume that if you had these same tires on a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton, they'd probably be a little bit louder than they are here on my 1/2 ton. But overall, I don't think they're crazy. They're not super whiny or anything like that, but you can definitely hear them. Would I buy again? Definitely. I definitely will. For the next truck build, I would consider these or like a street tire. I kind of want to do like a street tire look for the next truck. We'll see what happens, but I would buy these guys again for sure. I know this was quick, but that's all I wanted to do, is give you guys a quick update on the Atturo's, a cheap mud tire, if you will. And that's like legit it. So like the video if you haven't already, subscribe, join the family, join the builds, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.